Welcome to today's practice. So it's going to be, I think, a slightly shorter practice today, but a little bit stronger, so not suitable for those people with health conditions, not suitable for pregnancy, not suitable for complete beginners. If you've been practicing a while, it's where you draw the line between what's a beginner and what's an improver. So improvers will be fine, complete beginners, I would say not this one. Okay, so find a comfortable seat. Soften the shoulders down your back and allow the crown of the head to rise. Just gently close your eyes or drop your gaze down towards the ground, nice and soft. And start to connect to your breath. Watching the rise and the fall of each breath. And then we're going to work with Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breathing. So closing off the right nostril with the thumb. And as you inhale through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril with your ring finger and exhale out of your right nostril. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Couple more rounds of this, just in your own time. If you're feeling congested, then you can just visualise that you're doing this without actually closing off the nostrils physically. Just take one more round and you will complete the next time you exhale out of your left nostril. And when you've done that, just gently release your right hand down. As you next exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest. Float open the eyes and raise the gaze. Okay, and then from there we're just going to drop the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Just have a couple of breaths here. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. You can extend out your left arm if you want a little bit more intensity to the stretch. Left hand back down. Take the chin in towards the chest. Have a couple of breaths there. Just feel the stretch, perhaps in the back of the neck and the top of your back. And then roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Again, noticing where you feel it, extending out that right arm if that feels okay for you. And then drop the right hand down, take the chin back in towards the chest. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift the chin. We don't want to contract too much the back of the neck, so keep some length there, but just taking the chin up, opening up through the throat. Again, keep the shoulders soft. And then exhale, bring the head back through into neutral. Okay, take your hands onto your shoulders. As you inhale, draw your elbows in towards each other, and as you exhale, take them out wide. So opening through the shoulders, inhale, elbows in. Exhale, wide. Inhale in, exhale, wide. And we'll take it back the other way. So inhale, wide. Exhale, draw in. So as the arms go wide, the shoulder blades move towards each other. And as the elbows come in, the shoulder blades move apart. Take one more like this. And then just releasing the arms down, maybe a little bit of a shrug of the shoulders. Take your right hand down along next to you, and as you inhale, left arm will lift up alongside the ear. And just have a few breaths there. Keep that left sitting bone grounded onto the mat. Reach out through the left fingers, and it might be that you could just open through that left shoulder a little bit. So there's almost a sense that you're gazing up, opening through the chest. Inhale, come back through to centre, both arms reach up, and then bring the left hand down. Same thing other side, so you're extending through the right side body. The right sitting bone is staying down on the mat. And again, can you peel that right shoulder open just a small amount? If it doesn't feel good to look up, you just look forwards or down. And then inhale, bring both arms back up towards the ceiling. I'm going to twist right, so left hand to the right knee, or the back of the hand against the thigh, the right hand behind you. Keep reaching up through the crown of the head, so you make sure your spine stays nice and long. And then inhale, come back through to centre, and as you exhale over to your left. Again, extend up through the crown of the head. And then inhale, come back through to centre, take both arms back up towards the ceiling, and now clasp the hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back and down, so there's a little bit of a back bend here, almost like you're lifting up through the back of the heart. Just really, I hope you can hear me. Lifting up through the back of the heart. And then as you exhale, folding forwards. And maybe just a small amount of movement from side to side with the arms. And as you inhale, come back through to upright. So release your hands, swap over the cross of your legs if you have your legs crossed. If you didn't have your legs crossed, then and you were in more of a symmetrical position, then we'll just repeat the same thing. So lengthen up through the spine. Again, try and keep the back nice and flat. This time the arms are going to creep out in front of you. We're just going to come forwards to our own degree. I don't know if you can see me there. Coming through into a forward bend. Take one more breath. And then as you inhale, walk your hands back in towards you so you come back through to upright. Okay, and then from there, we're going to come over onto all fours and find our way into our first downwards facing dog. So if you're feeling tight, if it's first thing in the morning, or if you just tighten your body, then keep your knees bent. If you can straighten one leg at a time, we'll just do that, find a little bit of movement. Maybe it feels good to draw down through both heels. Just whatever feels right for you. Just gently draw in the lower abdomen so there's some support for the spine. There's a gentle uplift of the pelvic floor. And the hips reach up and back behind you. We'll just take one more breath here. And we're gradually going to start to walk the hands in towards the feet. And once you've got your heels flat on the mat, hooking onto your opposite elbows, again, bend the knees if you need to. Couple of breaths here. Just feeling into the back of your leg. Give the head a little bit of a shake. and then release your arms. Back issues, hands to the waist and come up with a flat back, but otherwise you can bend your knees around your spine up through to standing. So you want to bend your knees whichever way you come up, don't come up the legs straight. And then coming through towards the front of your mat. So inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, we'll find a halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back with your right foot, bring your right knee down onto the mat. Untuck the right toes, inhale, take the arms up for Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat, step back into plank. So if you want to, for this first one, drop your knees down onto the mat. You can lower all the way down, untuck the toes, inhale through cobra. And then as you exhale, back through, downwards facing dog. So just taking a breath. And then as you inhale, step your right foot through between your hands, drop down onto your left knee, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come down, tuck your left toes, step your left foot forward to join your right. Halfway lift there. As you exhale, fold in, head to legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through to the heart. Okay, other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to look up. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back. Left knee down onto the mat. Inhale the arms up, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, release the hands down, step it back through to plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. If you wanted to just stay with knees down first and cobra, feel free to take that option. As you next inhale, we'll step the left foot forward between the hands, drop down onto your right knee. Inhale the arms up, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, the hands come down. Step your right foot forward to join your left. Halfway lift there. As you exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through to the heart. So we're going to do one more round. Inhaling. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to look up. Exhale, hands down. Right foot steps back. Right knee down onto your mat. Inhaling, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, finding plank, chaturanga. Feel free to go to the floor if you'd rather. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Connecting to the breath. As you inhale, right foot steps forwards, drop down onto your knee. Anjaneyasana as you inhale. Exhale to release it down. Left foot steps forwards to join the right. Folding into your forward bend. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale through to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale to look up. Exhale, hands down. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Exhale to release it, plank, chaturanga, upwards facing dog, downwards facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forwards, drop down onto your right knee. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to release, right foot steps forwards to join the left, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold it. Inhale, sweep the arms up there. Exhale through to the heart. Take one breath here, inhaling. Exhaling. And then inhale, arms reach up, lengthen, keep grounded through both feet, and as you exhale, tip over to your right hand side. So take a couple of breaths, breathing into the left side body, keep weighting the left foot. Inhale back through to upright, exhale over to your left. Extending through the side body, inhale back through to centre, and then as you exhale, folding forwards. Halfway lift as you inhale, as you exhale, hands down. You can step or jump back to plank or to chaturanga. Lowering down, inhaling through your back bend, exhaling, downwards facing dog. Okay, so from here as you inhale, sweep your right leg up. We're going to open the hips, so really reach the toes up towards the ceiling. You can bend the right knee if you wish, and you might not want to just circle through the right foot. From there, we're going to square off the hip, bring your knee through, try and touch your nose. Inhale, extend the right leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to right tricep, high up on the arm as you can. Inhale to extend, exhale over to left tricep. Inhale to extend the right leg back out, and then as you exhale, bring the thigh in towards the chest, come through into high plank, step the right foot through between the hands, ground your left foot, inhale the arms up for Virabhadrasana 1. So adjusting your position as you need to, just thinking about trying to draw your left shoulder forwards, keeping the little toe side of your left foot grounded if that's possible, but always working with within your body's limitations. And we're going to clasp the hands behind your back and walk your right foot out to the side an inch or so more. Lift up through the heart as you inhale, and as you exhale, folding forwards to the inside of your right leg. Couple of breaths here. Take one more breath. As you inhale, we'll come back up to Virabhadrasana 1. We're going to walk the right foot a little back over towards the left, and then we'll open up Virabhadrasana 2. Soft through the shoulders, right knee pointing out over your toes. If you need to ease out the pose a little, we can put less of a bend in the right knee. If you want to strengthen it, we'll put more of a bend in. Put your left hand down to your left thigh, flip your right palm, and find your reverse warrior. Come back through Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. If you want to come onto the ball of the back foot to do that, then do. Otherwise, you can keep the foot grounded. Lifting, lengthening through the chest. Keeping soft through the shoulders. One more breath. And then release your hands down either side of your right foot, pivot on the left, step it back one-legged plank. You can move straight through to down dog, you can take a one-legged vinyasa if you wish. And we'll all meet in downwards facing dog. Connect to your breath, whether it's Ujjayi breathing or your natural breath. And then inhale. The left leg lifts up behind us. And again, really try and reach the ceiling with your toes. Open through the left hip. If you want to then bend the left knee, you can do. And maybe some circling through your left ankle. And we're going to square off the left hip. Bring the knee through. Try and touch your nose. Inhale, the left leg extends. Exhale. To left knee to left tricep. Inhale to extend it out. Exhale, knee over to right tricep. Inhale to extend. And then bring the left thigh through. Try and touch it to your chest. So you're in high plank, you're pressing the ground away from you. And we'll step the left foot through between the hands. Ground the right foot. Virabhadrasana 1. You can look forwards, you can look up. Try and keep the right foot fully grounded on the mat. Right shoulder gently draws forwards. but clasp the hands behind our back the awkward way. So opposite thumb and finger on top, left foot out to the left a little, lift up through the heart as you inhale, and as you exhale, humble warrior. So folding forward to the inside of that left thigh. Crown of the head reaches down. Take one more breath. Inhale, we'll come back up through to Virabhadrasana 1. Walk your left foot back over to the right a little, and then we'll open it up to our right for Virabhadrasana 2. Try and keep the hips level here. There's a tendency sometimes to drop the left hip and let the right lift. So just bearing in mind that that should feel okay in your hips. If it doesn't feel okay, you need to do what does feel okay. Dropping the right hand down to the back of the right thigh, lifting the left palm, finding your reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the left knee, one more breath here. And then come back through Virabhadrasana 2. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. So Pavarita Parashvakonasana. Again, you can always drop onto, come onto the ball of the right foot, or you can even drop down onto the right knee if you wished. Keep lengthening out through the crown of the head. Try not to swing the hips out to the left too much. And then release your hands down either side of the left foot. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot, left foot back behind you. So again, maybe straight to down dog, maybe you want to take a one-legged vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downwards facing dog. From there, as you inhale, ripple your spine forwards through to plank. Bring your right hand to the centre of your mat. Roll onto the little toe side of your right foot and take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. If you want to lighten this, right knee drops down onto your mat. Take one more breath. Other side, come back to plank. Left hand to the centre of your mat. Right arm lifts up. Press into the right hand. Find a little bit of lift through the hips. It's like you're radiating energy out through your chest, your arms, your legs, the crown of your head. Come back through to plank. Your choice was straight to down dog, or if you wanted to move through a vinyasa, then you've got the option to do that. And connecting through to the breath here. And then as you inhale, float your right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, step your right foot through with control between your hands. We'll go straight for Virabhadrasana 2. So grounding the left foot, extending the arms. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to bring the right forearm down to the right thigh and extend the left arm out over the ear. Again, it's almost that sense of spinning open through your left shoulder. Now, if this is more of a kind of a starter, a kind of an early improver practice for you, you wanted to stay here, you could do. If you wanted to add on, we're going to take the right arm, thread it through underneath the right thigh, left hand comes behind you, we're going to hold onto the left wrist with the right hand. We're spinning open still through that left shoulder. And then taking the gaze down, take your weight into your right foot and step your left foot forwards. We're going to move through into Bird of Paradise. So coming up through to standing, find your balance and extending out that right leg. Right foot comes back down on the mat, probably a little quicker than I intended it to. Left foot steps back behind you. We'll release this, come back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Find your plank pose and move through either Vinyasa or straight to downwards facing dog. Inhale, the left leg floats up behind you. Exhale, let's step the left foot through between the hands, ground the right foot, Virabhadrasana 2 as you inhale. Toes strong in the legs, soft in the shoulders. Find the balance between the effort that you put into the pose and that sense of ease and grace. And we'll bring the left forearm onto the thigh and reach the right arm out over the ear. Again, you have the option to stay here, or you can thread the left arm underneath the left thigh, take the right hand behind you and hold on to the right wrist. From there, we'll take the gaze down, step your right foot forwards, weight onto the right leg, and as you inhale, the left leg lifts. Straightening out the left leg if that's an option. Bend the left knee, take the left foot back down onto your mat, step your right foot back behind you. So back through into Astavakrasana, we'll release the arms, pivot the hands down for plank, either a Vinyasa or downwards facing dog. Connecting to the breath. And then as you inhale, float your right leg up behind you. And then as you exhale, square off the hips, step the right foot through between the hands, drop your left knee down onto your mat. So, bringing the right hand to the inside of the right foot, walking your right foot out to the side a little, and coming through into your lizard pose. You've got the option to stay here, or if it feels appropriate, you can drop down onto your forearms. Keep the right foot fully grounded, and the right knee not winging out to the side, so more kind of just gently drawing it in towards the shoulder. Few breaths here. You can always tuck your left toes and lift your left knee away from the mat if you wish. And then bring the left knee back down onto the mat, come back up onto your hands. So left hand's going to stay where it is. We're going to hold on to the big toe, the right big toe, the first two fingers of the right hand. Again, tuck the left toes, lift the knee. You're going to come onto the little toe side of the left foot and see if you can extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. If you wanted to just find a more traditional side plank, you could do. And then nice and gently bend the right knee, step the right foot back so you come back into your lunge. Take the right hand to the outside of your right foot, sweep it back, Vinyasa or down dog. Inhale, left leg floats. Exhale, step the left foot through between your hands, drop down onto your right knee. Left foot out to the side, a few inches, so you can bring your left arm to the inside of your left leg. And again, if you want to drop down onto your forearms, do. And if you don't, just stay up on your hands. Option again to tuck the right toes and lift the right knee. You're going to try and keep the left foot fully grounded. And almost a sense that you're just gently pressing up through the right thigh if you have the knee lifted. Take one more breath. Your right knee back down onto your mat, come back onto your hands. So right hand stays where it is. Hold on to the left big toe with the first two fingers of the left hand. I'm going to pivot onto the little toe side of the left foot and see if you can take the left leg up. And if you can't, more traditional plank pose. Again, pressing the ground away from you. And one more breath. Bend the left foot, knee, step the left foot back between the hands, and again your choice, straight to downwards facing or moving through a vinyasa. So all meeting in downwards facing dog. And then from there we're going to bring our forearms down onto our mat. So strong through the shoulders, head stays lifted. Maybe you can walk your feet in towards you a little bit, maybe not. Bend the knees if you need to. You can stay there. If you want to take your right leg up towards the ceiling for a couple of breaths, you can do. Just building some strength. Let's swap it over, right leg down, left leg lifts. So we're not trying to square off the hips here, just opening through the hips. Bring your left foot back down onto your mat, come back up onto your hands. And then from there, we're going to step or jump through to seated. Okay, so coming through into Vinyasa A, bending your right leg, bringing your right heel in towards the sitting bone, having a gap between your right foot and your left thigh. Inhale, the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, fold forwards. So option one is to stay here, reaching your hand towards your left foot. And if your hand reaches your foot, see if you can internally rotate the shoulder, wrap your right arm around your shin, take your left hand behind you. You might be able to hold on to your fingers, you might be able to hold on to your left wrist. Long spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, folding forwards here. Try and stay soft through your shoulders. Long in the spine, keep some space in the chest. Take one more breath. And then inhale, come back through to upright. As you exhale, release your arms. Bring your right foot now right in towards your left thigh. Cradle your right knee with your left elbow and take your right hand behind you. So if you know this pose and you know you can bind, you can take the bind. Draw back through the right shoulder. One more breath. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, come back through to centre. And then you stay facing where you are. I'm going to just turn to face forward so you can see me. If you have yoga bricks, you might choose to use the bricks now. You don't have to. So option one, if you have less mobility in your hip, is to keep your right foot down on the floor and lift up from there. So you might just lift your bum, you might feel you can lift your left heel as well. Option two, if you have a bit more mobility in your hip, and we'll just take a moment or two here to circle through the hip. So option two is to bring your right leg as high up your right arm as you can. So you're trying to, if I could get my right leg up on my shoulder, I would do. You're trying to squeeze the knee in towards your shoulder, and if you've got bricks, you can use your bricks and lift up there. If you don't have bricks, you can still lift up there. Take one more breath, and then as you exhale, bring it back down. So going to release it back down onto the mat, and then we'll work with the other side. We're going to bend the left leg. Left heel comes in towards the sitting bone. There's a gap between your left foot and your right thigh. Left arm lifts as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards. And then from there, again, we can wrap the left arm round the shin and hold on to the right wrist if that's an option. Long spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards. Each exhale, moving into the pose a little deeper if you're able to. Take one more breath. And then inhale, we'll come back through to upright. Exhale to release it out. So again, maybe just taking a hold of the left lower leg, supporting the knee and the foot, and finding a little bit of movement here. Opening up through that hip. And then you've got the option to keep the left foot down on the mat. Again, you can use your bricks if you wish. Maybe lift your bum, maybe the right heel comes up as well. If you're able to, we'll start to draw the left leg as high up the left arm as we can, just squeezing your left leg in towards your shoulder, and maybe we can lift it there. Couple of breaths. And then as you exhale, release it back down. Okay, extend out your left leg. We're going to do that one more time. And I'll just wedge around to face you this way. So we're going to find that lift again. If you do have any wrist issues, if it's not feeling good, feel free to leave it out. If you're happy to go again, we'll work on that lift again. And if you wanted to add on, you're going to rest your left foot on your right heel, your right ankle. You can extend the legs out and find Astavakrasana. Take one more breath. We'll come back down. Just find a little bit of movement through your wrists here. And then we'll come through to the other side. So the left leg comes as high up the left arm as you can. Bring your hands down onto your mat. Again, you can just stay with the lift here. You can lift up completely. You can rest your right foot on your left ankle and extend the legs out for your Astavakrasana. One more breath. We'll bring it back through to centre. Extend both legs out in front of you. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. You can bend your knees if you need to. As you exhale, fold forwards. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. Try and keep the length through in the spine. Take one more breath. And then as you inhale, bring yourself back through to upright. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to lie ourselves back down on our mats and come through into our relaxation. Grab anything you need to make yourself comfortable. When you have everything, gently close your eyes. And just tuning in to how you feel. Tuning into the breath. Noticing the activity of the mind. Noticing your emotions. And then with each exhale you take, see if you can start to drop your weight a little deeper down into the support of the earth. So your muscles start to relax and your body feels heavy. Breath starts to slow. And as your breath begins to slow, everything around you seems to slow as well, including your mind. Finding a place of complete relaxation. And staying here as long as you need. Namaste.